Hey all, just a video update. We weren't checking in very much from Portland, so we thought this would be a little bit easier. So we went to a couple of different sites when we were down there. As some of you know that we're following, we heard from our live stream that some of the protesters were headed to Pioneer Square, Seattle, which some of them did go. There's about 30 of them left and went up there from the stream that we heard. And then there's Pioneer Square, of course, in Portland, which is where we ended up finally. Where it looks like all the peaceful people have gone. A lot of the violent ones seem to have either left to regroup or migrated away. We also checked out PSU. There wasn't a lot of activity there, but there was a lot of tension. People were clearing off the streets actively. It was pretty dead. And we also checked out the waterfront park area, which was also pretty cleared out. So most of the activity was down at Pioneer Square. Everyone was congregated peacefully. None of the police down there had any riot gear on. The police that we saw that was down next to the protest, it was all just transit police, just making sure that, everyone was out of the streets and that sort of stuff. They weren't bothering anybody, they were far away. There was a couple of characters causing trouble, which always happens. But almost everybody down there was being peaceful, and there wasn't any problems on either end, protester or officer end. We were fortunate enough to actually get to talk to an officer for an extended period of time. He actually approached us after seeing us run around with the camera after following a march. He asked about our goggles and our scarves, asked if we were concerned about being hit with tear gas, and we explained that we were because we'd been downtown last night around 2 a.m. when things were at their worst. And we were just talking to him about what we were doing, and he wanted to know if we had any questions for him, and it said that he couldn't be filmed. I finally got my shotgun question answered. If you shoot an officer back with an equivalent shotgun, and he said that wouldn't happen because a protester with a shotgun wouldn't exist because they would take them out. And I was like, could go with hypothetical, and he said that it would have to be provoked. They wouldn't just go after anybody. He was super cool though. I can't reveal his name, unfortunately. We're definitely hoping to get to talk to him some more later. But yeah, all the officers down there are being completely open, receptive, having no problems with media, talking to protesters, talking to locals. It's completely open communication. There was a march that I chased down with the camera. I have a lot of running footage of me with the camera while Travis was trying to get a hold of a girl from Unmasked Portland, which unfortunately we couldn't get a hold of today. We're going to try to get in touch with her tomorrow. Her phone died because she was doing live streams with her phone. That petered out pretty quickly. It was led by a guy who literally wanted to march just to march. I know this because I saw him start it. He was like, I just want to march. And someone was like, where are you marching to? He goes, I don't care, I just want to march. They go, what are you marching for? And he goes, I just want to march. Everyone wants to march with me. And he took off, and some people followed him. So they kind of were disorganized here, got together, disorganized there, got together. It was very all over the place. I did get a sign, which I like. The officer said that unfortunately it doesn't really make a difference if you have the sign or not, because some people will have them to try to basically lie, even if they're armed. But he says they can pretty much tell from body language who's there to cause trouble and who's not, and that sort of thing. So yeah, we had a great talk with him about being able to tell who's troublemakers and who's not, and that sort of stuff. So everything seems to be calming down pretty well. From what I've seen, it seems like a lot of the violent protesters are either moving out or regrouping. So we're going to stay for another day and see what we find.